So
South
Philadelphia,
Philadelphia.
like, who comes from like Philadelphia? Like what? Like
Oh,
what?
you know, the great Beanie Siegel, Meek Mills. It was like that scene area, you know, the party scene. I mean, if you're familiar with the
Club night?
clubbing, yeah, club night. It was a Saturday night. It was a club night, and what happened was we was like in the parking lot. It was like the let out. You know what the let out is? Everybody
Right.
go to the spot after you leave the club.
Okay.
So we was in the parking lot, and for some reason I saw this girl. She was just going crazy, saying, "Where is he at? Where is he at?" And I'm thinking like, and
And
the
who are
girl,
you?
and the girl was like, "DMX is over there," and
Right.
she was saying, "I don't care. Where is he at?"
So you thought she was going crazy for DMX. That's what you thought she was
Yeah, but the
doing?
thing about it, this was the crazy part. Everybody was gravitating to DMX. She
Right.
didn't want DMX, rest in peace, but she wanted to see the presence of stars. So I was just like, wow, let her see who she's seeking for.
Right.
So, long story short, her girl was trying to see. She said, "Fuck, I'm seeing DMX." She said, "I don't care. I want to see him. I want to see him." So I introduced the young lady to him, but of course, in the matter, that's how I knew he had the star quality. Rest in peace, nothing against DMX, but you know, great artist too. But when somebody's, you know, quote, knows a no well known star over here,
Right.
but then they're not even interested in seeing DMX. They want to see him. I was just wow.
So
He
that's
had it.
so that's pretty much when you was like, wow, like you were shocked by how she was acting towards Star 100, opposed to being a
Yes,
fan and a groupie towards DMX.
yes. It was crazy, and then he was just it was just normal to him because he told me all his life that's all he encountered was the wow moments, pretty much. Whereas though people are gravitated to him. So that was a wow moment. Whereas though I mean I already knew he had the star quality because things that happen to him only happen to people that's on TV or superstars, and it was natural. So that's when
So
I knew he had it.
so how often was it do you like recollect or recall that you was with him and like star quality things happened to you guys when you was together?
Well, it was many moments, but that moment right there was the highlight moment. Well, another moment, I previously used to model, and I had an agent that was pretty much seeking for, you know, pretty much new talent and everything. So I saw her, and so
And
happens he, you know, Star, he took me to see my agent. Her name was Miss Denise. Well, I
right.
call her Miss D, whatever.
Okay.
And she was actually interested in having him do a show because, like I said, once you see him, it's like, wow, I never saw somebody like him before. So he actually modeled with me. You
Right.
know, we actually modeled for, at the time, State Property. They had their clothing line. I think she was, she did business with, you know, Beanie Siegel at the time.
And for the people and the viewers that don't know what state property is and who was like the founder and owner of state property, could you explain that to the viewers?
Oh yeah, I think the founder of State Property was Beanie Siegel and co-owner Dane Dash. If I'm not mistaken, I don't know the true knowledge, but she had connections for the agency I was dealing with. She had the connections to model his clothing line at the time.
And what was the name of her modeling agency called? Is it Platinum Ice?
Platinum Ice, yeah, that was my other agency. I'm sorry.
I wanted to also like get more of an understanding of this guy, this new amazing talent, Star Hundreds. Like, how did you really like feel like when y'all used to go different places and people used to like walk up to him and say things in that star quality like manner? And did you guys ever like fill out autographs or anything?
Oh yeah, actually, when you know when we did the shoot, we actually did runway. We went to this college and Maryland. I'm not sure. We did a lot of HSBU colleges, and actually after we did the runway, we did the meet and greet, and we actually had college students. Actually a couple of girls from sororities asked my friend Star for his autograph out the blue. Like, can I get your autograph? Oh my God, you just lit so. And I was just like, wow, like that was the Star quality right there of just from doing the show. Can I get your autograph?
So on a scale of 1 to 10, like how shocked were you that this was happening to your friend that you grew up with and you knew right in front of your eyes? Like, how did you feel about this new like way of life, to where as though it made you, did you feel some type of way from seeing it, or was you like, wow, like how did you feel in that moment?
Well, in that moment when it happened, I was just saying, okay, he got it. I wasn't on the wow level because it always happened to him his whole life. I mean, I think, well, I know he was destined to be a star. So by his rap moniker of being Star is self-explanatory. Anything that happened to him in his life was in a Star moment.
So have you listened to his music, and what would you say, what kind of music he has? Do we have trap music,
Well,
regular rap music?
his music is rap, but I'll just say more of on the gangster side. And what I mean by gangster, real. Anything he's saying, he's done. Because, like I said, for years I knew him never to lie, because the Star quality always happened to him. So I could say more of gangster. Yeah.
So would you say like more so like a lot of the rappers nowadays, like how they like mix it, like they say things that they never lived, or they put mix and match? Would you say his music is more so more the things that he lived and he have done, or would you say it would just be a mixture of being a good artist?
Well, I think everything he wrote on a piece of paper and pad or whatever, how the energy of he creates is real. Because for me, listening to his music, and some of the music he had was real events, whereas I was around that he did. So there's no faking with him. Everything is real. Gangster, yeah, it's real. So when I hear his lyrics, it is him. It's no comparison of fake, no imitation, no I want to be this. This is real. Yeah, his rap is real rap.
So
if I can call it, I'm going to call it real rap, because there's no lies. No lies.
Right. So as far as any of the rappers of today, which may have been a lot of the rappers that are out today, and you know, a lot of them lie, a lot of them fabricate a lot of their music just to make good music and put a perception to the people that they're this guy that they really aren't. So when you think of Star music and what it represents, how do you feel about his music and what it represents to him?
Well, I look at his music as a movement. You know, you got to follow his movements. Because, I mean, whatever he's saying, I mean, I love it. I love his music. But whatever he's saying, and if it's relating to you, you got to take it as a life lesson, because he lived it. And everything he speaks is real. Like, everything he's rapping is from the heart. And there's no comparison, no other rappers out here. But when you hear his music, his quality is genuine. So that's how I take up his music. It's gangster rap, because that's where we come from. We from Camden. You know, it's killers out there, but it's just from his life experiences.
Right. So this is Superstar Legends, and since we have understanding of knowledge that you have always been around Star Hundreds as like one of his brothers, his every, like, more so, you know how people may say best friends, he always said, no, you're his brother. So he looks at you as his brother. So when we decided to do this interview, we wanted to get someone close to him that was genuine, to where as though when they talk about the stuff that happened, they will know that it's coming from a pure, real place. It's not coming from something that's fabricated. It's coming from something real that people could really like get an understanding of who this guy Star Hundreds is.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, well, I'll vouch for him. Everything he's saying is real. It's no fabrication. You know, I'm his brother from another mother, Tyge, and everything he's saying is real. Even in his raps, his reputation. I mean, you know, it's real. I mean, I'm vouching for him right now just to do the interview, just saying, you know, support his
It was
music,
never, and it was
support his music, support his movement. I'll support his movement. I mean, there's no fake nothing about him. You know, I'm a representative. I've been with him for a while, and his name ain't Star for a reason. He has the star quality.
and Mr. Tyge, we thank you from the behalf of Superstar Legends
Not a problem.
for taking the time out to do this interview.
That's my brother.
And we thank you, and we would definitely maybe doing another interview with you sometime in the near future, but for this time we're going to close out. And what do you want to say to all the viewers and the fans that's watching?
All the fans and the viewers that's watching, support my brother from another star. He's real as it gets. I want to give a shout out to all the people in the world whoever that's going through a down moment. It's only a moment in time. Keep your head up, keep it moving, keep it positive, and always love. Always love.
And what would you say to your brother Star Hundreds that will be soon seeing this interview? What do you got to say to him?
Oh, just keep it moving, man. I mean, I support your music. I'm willing and ready for another song that you got for me to hear, and just keep it moving. And I support you with 100% plus extra credit. I believe in you, and Star, you're going to be a star. You are a star. From your brother from another mother.
Thank you. We thank you for this interview, and we also love the fact that you gave a lot of time to take over. We done messed up and everything, and you came back and said we're gonna do it over again. We thank you for that.
Anything for my brother. Anything for my brother Star.
Thank you. And until next time, world, we see you.
God bless.